Hi, teammates. It is Monday onesie. That's right. We are off today, but we have a jam-packed week this week as well as next week. So I want to make sure that you are prepared for the upcoming days. Again, updating bulletin boards so important. Making sure that you keep up with your grades so important, and then prepping for our benchmark data. So let me recap this very quickly. At the beginning of the year, I stated to you that our first O3s will be centered around getting you prepared for October. Now we're at October, and I want to make sure that you are completely ready. So if you have not annotated all questions, if you have not answered like the student, if you have not determined misconceptions, align to the TEAC, and identify what module this question is taught in, then you, my friend, have an incomplete benchmark. The reason why we need to do this is because quite a few of us are going to be out on the 18th. So we were prepping in advance to have all this front loaded data together so that when you go into training, you're ready to rock and roll. Do know that October the 15th, we're going to be doing some data diving, some extreme data diving. So please make sure you come ready with everything you need, including your benchmark results, so that you can be successful for that meeting. Just a heads up, our data tracker, which is also posted by my office, will have these following percentages. Please remember that your green is mastery. We are trying to get to meets and masters. So even though you would have had quite a few students to pass based on your yellow being included, we want to shoot for mastery so that we can be sure without a doubt that our students are set up for success for STAR. Also, everybody is taking theirs on October the 10th, not Tuesday as we anticipated. So we will be wearing our shirts on October the 10th together. Also, I know that I can look at the pacing calendar and determine what date you should be testing, but a lot of you all are behind pacing or ahead. So I want to verify your upcoming test date because that's going to help me to plan for O3s and make sure that I'm ready to respond to data with you. Now, as we move forward, there's some things that I want us to be focused on, and I'm trying to find creative ways for us to engage and make sure that we are on top of things. So today we have a puzzle. If you can tell me what 180 a day means and why it is so important, then you will win a gift. The first person to respond to this will win that gift. So let's dive into some things. Lesson plans must be submitted on Wednesday. If you are not sure, you can click on here how Robinson is doing it. She's doing an excellent job. You can click right into our meeting, so into our email. I've created hyperlinks for all of your Google Drives right here so that you can click and see where you are with uploading. But Robinson has consistently every week uploaded her data at the time that it was required. And if she couldn't because of computer or technical issues, she made me aware. So kudos to Robinson and Smith because I know they are working together with that. You can look at your lesson plans by clicking on your link, holding control, and click on your link. And if you have not submitted those, please do so. Last but not least, on week 8, the key, which is our wrapping up last week, please make sure you are deconstructing your TEAC. That helps us to find a lot of information, which is below in this email. Also, do your data analysis every day. There's something you can look at data for, either exit tickets, student behaviors, tracking student progress with accommodations. There's data to be taken every day. Please optimize your data time. Grades are updated within 48 hours, and crucial contact needs to be made to students. I want to give 7th and 8th grade a huge shout out because they have been coming together and meeting with those students that needs to have these crucial conversations, and it will make a difference, if nothing else, to have documentation that you are doing your best and we need to step up as a team. Here are some touch points from last week, but I do want to let you know there are no O3s this week. We're just doing simple quick check-ins. Those check-ins will be over the following, and you can read that once this email is sent, or you can pause and read it for yourself. Last but not least, week 9 and beyond. So we are going into week 9. Just know that this starts our benchmark testing. Expect to have disrupted days, Tuesday through Wednesday for everybody. I mean, Tuesday through Thursday for everybody, because everybody will be testing math, science, and ELA. For the 8th, for Friday, it will just be 8th grade and 7th grade that'll be working on writing and history. Teacher pathways, that is aligned to your bonuses, your end of the year placement. We're going to be having meetings about that, so stay tuned. It's nothing surprising. I've been sending you all emails about your data roundup. I've been sending you all emails about staying on top of lesson plans and making sure that you're including crucial components. So nothing will be new to you. It'll just, now we'll be discussing your actual rating. Also, October the 12th, huge day. Grading cycle closes and report cards go off on October the 17th. October the 15th, all O3s will be focused on benchmark. October the 16th is National Boss Day. Stay tuned for more information on that. October the 18th, CPI training. If you are not one of the people that will be attending, stay tuned for more information. It's only 7th grade at this point that won't be attending. October the 19th is the regional PD training, and we're going to do a lot of that front load and prep on October our benchmark 03 day, which is October 15th. Now, for those who have finished this entire message or read to the end of the email, on a day with no O3s, no GL meetings, or other duties, there are 180 minutes per day of planning time and lunch, of course. That means in a week, minus planning and lunch, on an average, you should have roughly 500 minutes of planning. And I'm being super generous because I'm taking out times where you might be pulled or other things that's happening. But some people have almost 600 minutes a week. That's equivalent to over 8 hours of planning a week. And that's also equivalent to a whole day of work to plan. Even though I know it's broken up over the week, that's a whole day of planning. So technically, you teach only 4 days a week, every week, with the time you have off. So my question to you is, how are you handling the main things every week, which include but aren't limited to submitting your LPs on time, your LP including the destruction of the teak. And this helps us to identify a clear CFS, pushes on skills that we need to consider that they should come with and beforehand and misconceptions. Your lesson plan is aligned to the assessment and making adjustments as needed, or saying this lesson doesn't build to the conceptual, it confuses my students, what am I going to do? So having those thoughts in mind. Are you data diving? What do you need to be looking at? And it could be student behavior even if you didn't take an exit ticket. It could be planning for your test, like what are some misconceptions that are still lingering? Grades, putting them in, and contacting parents for students who keep missing the bar. And there's so many expectations you have in your class that your students are missing, but you're not making crucial contact information. Last but not least, your hashtag Read Gamma Math. What are you doing to promote this organization and letting students know that, hey, you can be a part of something great for doing outstanding work? So I just want you to take a moment to think about, how are you spending your 180 per day, your 500, and that's being generous, per week, your whole day of planning per week when you do the math. How are you spending that whole day of planning that's broken out into 5 days? If you can't answer that question by assuring that all of those bullet points and more are completed, then you, my friend, have some rethinking to do about how you're using your time. Because you have more than enough time at school to keep the main thing the main thing. So let's think about that. Sorry the notes were so long today. We had a lot to do. I was out last week, but I'm hoping and praying that this message will hit you hard, that you will be able to jump from this and keep planning and doing excellent work. All right. As always, if you need me, I'm here.